gonna put this aside. Oh, Jason's gonna go to the side for a second. I gotta get a son of a bitch. Gotta get Dremel. Dremel, sander. Couple tools: Dremel, sander, and that's what we're going to do is just prep this, set this up for getting it ready. Glue, and I need my oxy weld. Scaffold, a pair of scissors, scaffold, pair of scissors, glue. What I'm going to do first is I gotta get these teeth right here. Get these fixed up. Got a little pair of trimming scissors. I trim this resin off right here where the flashing is on here. This resin flashing. You gotta trim that off. Now, I'm not going to be able to start painting it until like Monday because I just gotta get it prepped up because I have to get some paint for it, and I want to research and make sure that I'm buying the right kind of paint for it. So I'm just trimming the flashing right here on right for the resin. And I want to Dremel off some of this stuff, but I don't know if I need the little one or the big one. So and this is the one that goes in here. So yeah, we're gonna have to do this. I'm gonna set that up. I'm gonna go get a Dremel bit so I can do this right. Got to do it right. Oh shit. Well, I got another Dremel right here. This will work. I got another one. I got Dremel this down where it'll fit inside here all the way around. One thing I hate about this Dremel, and this is a brand new one, the stupid bits want to slide out of it. Now if I underdo it or overdo it a little bit, it's okay because I'm going to take epoxy resin and fill in the gaps and stuff on this. So all I'm doing is molding the flashing. If you don't stop with that push shit, jam that damn thing down in there and give it a lock. Quit it. Beat the hell out of you, don't stop. Dremel is the main tool that you have to use. Now we'll see how it fits. It's going to fit okay right here. Still got to Dremel off to the back bits. Right here. Clean off this excess right here. It's holding up the stuff. I hate this fucking thing for doing this shit. Still gotta have a little bit right here that's gotta be taken off. The tank right there in the end. They're almost smoking more than I am. I gotta cut this big end off. I gotta cut down into that. Take that out. And there goes the fucking drill bit. Good. Stupid fucker. Thing doesn't want to stay in here. Tighten it up. The shit just won't stay. I'll switch out Dremel. I'll put it in this other one. See how that works. I bet you this one sucks too. That's probably why I bought the goddamn thing. Sorry about that. All the cussing, I don't mean to do that, but I get irritated. So I probably dropped the damn thing. I had like 2 or 3 of these things and they just quit working after some years. See, this one doesn't want to even turn. They all have the same goddamn problem. You want to come out and fucking cock-sucking goddamn thing. Fuck you. Fuck you. They all want to just come out the goddamn fucking hole. They're stupid. I'm so sick of that shit. And the higher speed you put them on, the worse it gets. Fucking horse shit. God damn, boy, I don't want you to fall over. Thankfully, you fucking fiberglass of resin. You want to break. Yeah. I've got a vent grinder, but I don't have vent grinder to use it. Yeah. Sick of it. Bunch of hole in this thing. Fucking rubber. Yeah. Yeah. Takes a little bit of work to get it. Once you can get it, they're not going to fit like jigsaw puzzle pieces. Not quite. Almost. It's going to need a little bit of epoxy work. Just a little bit. And get it to fit. Just about does fit though. Got a little nub right here on the end to get off. You motherfucker. Of course I lose the goddamn tip to the fucking damn saw. I have to go get another one. Hang on. Got a whole bin full of these things. Need a belt sander. I bet you this belt sander will work even better. Alright, we got about a perfect fit, just about. Lays on there nice. I could put it in there. So you got the first set of teeth right in here. Then I'm going to take some epoxy putty and fill in a little bit on the cracks here. A little bit. Oh, would you stand up? Stand the hell up. Stupid. You're going to fall over, you make me mad, I'm afraid of. Yep, I'm going to leave that like that. We get this other one. We're going to turn it down real quick. Cut a lot of this flashing away. Flashing on the bottom of the piece here. It's a little thin in places. Then just peel it and you can cut some of that away. Some of these teeth didn't come out quite right, but that's okay. We can take epoxy putty and fill in the little holes. That's like I said, there's a raw casting, so I expect there to be some defects. Okay, now this one goes here, and it's just about a perfect fit with the exception of our shipbird right here. Gotta be Dremel down and sanded down right here in the back. Now, normally that's going to fit. This is going to require a little bit of more. On the top set, oh boy. Oh boy. We're talking flashing all over the place here. Flashing just about everywhere on this thing. So I'm going to trim up to where the lines show up on this one. Right here. You can see where the flashing is right here, where it cuts off. Of course, it's flashing on the top. I'm going to take that off. Because you want it to fit in there. A nice smooth groove. And don't cut straight across. You got to cut in curves and dips. You can see right here where the flashing is a loose, just thin piece of resin, right? All you gotta do is trim that off. Don't cut all the way down, don't cut into it because you got wrinkle details. God damn it. Motherfucker. You got wrinkle details in there that you don't want to cut away. So you don't want to cut too deep, you don't want to cut too much because you got wrinkle detail that's in there. Just take that flashing right there off the top. Just behind the wrinkle detail. And I'll leave a good thick, where it's thick, where it's paper thin is where you need to cut. Right here on the side, just like paper thin, I'm just going to leave it for the moment because I want to see how well it fits. Now, it's not going to be a perfect fit because you got to heat it up around here. But I'm turning this down a little bit. That's real thin. Well, it's paper thin. The thing is if you do that and it doesn't go in there, it's going to get squashed in there anyway. So, and I got to take a heat gun and bend this with the heat gun to get it to shape and fit. It's almost perfect. It's almost in there. But I got to get a heat gun and bend it in so it'll fit perfectly. And it'll set in there. So, just a matter of trimming off this loose flange and not taking too much off. And that's to see casting lines on it where it's supposed to be trimmed. almost thin enough for where I can bend it. But as you can see, it doesn't quite fit. It's got to fit in there. Because the lips curl over the teeth, so you won't see, son of a bitch, just on this chair. Thank you. Now, I don't want to really shape the form too much. I want to shape the teeth to fit the form. I don't want to shape the form too much because the form's already got the casting lines and everything. May have to have a little bit of trimming in there, but I want to make sure that the teeth fit. In general, what I'm going to do right here, what I gotta do, okay, and oh, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. Well, sorry it happened. Broke. I gotta glue it. Maybe that'll help. Shit. It's alright, I gotta glue it. So, Mike did say this was fragile to a degree. I don't expect anything less. So, let's take it when it happens. Take super glue, put it right along that seam line. Put that on there. Hold it down. And it joins up perfectly. Hold it for about 7-10 seconds. And it'll catch. There we go. Now I gotta leave this to the side for a minute so it'll strengthen. I can also take Bondo epoxy resin and strengthen that with it, and I'll show y'all what that's going to look like. Let me go get it real quick. This is what you want to use. Epoxy sculpt. Alright, this texture sculpting clay or resin. And this is what we're going to use. This is like a resin, a pliable resin that you use to put it in there. Okay? So for this set of teeth, they're in. And so far as they're not glued down, but they're in. So what I got to do is anchor them down with super glue. I'm going to do that right here on this. Pop this out. Put super glue on here. Super glue on here. Not in the back, you stupid idiot. Super glue all along here. Right here. Careful on that. And you put it in there, you lock it down. And you hold it down. Let it melt to the base there. Okay. That way, and we got a couple of pockets back here, like right here and right here, and a little bit along the side. Now what we're going to have to do is take some Lavando putty, mix it up, and put it in there. So these teeth are supposed to fit down inside this. And they do to a degree. But there we go. Alright. So it's just a reshaping of this form here. Taking this flange work off right here. And then making sure, like I said, I don't want to do too much. I don't want to cut into anything that's going to overlay and overlap. But because this is so fragile, I got to be careful on how to bend it and twist it and do all that shit, because you saw it break right there. So, I don't want to break it. Although if it did snap right here, I could just be bendable. But you take a heat gun, and you have to heat it up a little bit, get it to be soft, and it'll fit right in there. But I want to pull off all this flange work here. So that's it. Just trim the flange work right in here, and then we'll take a heat gun. But I'm going to take a break here for a second. Alright? So we'll come back. And this is brand new. I mean, look at that. Perfect. It broke, but you can't even tell. And I got to be careful with it, putting it back in there, because if I put too much pressure on it again, it'll break again. So, that's the thing with it. You got to be careful. So I got to do a little dremeling right here on the back, and heat gunning. That's it. Nice and smooth. Make sure that fits in there. Will fit to a degree. Needs a little bit more drum work. But it takes a lot of down in 5 seconds. You got to put work in for this. Okay, there we go. We just about got that fitted. See? Son of a bitch, you do this shit again, I will fit you. Just about got that one fitted. So, all we got to do is just do that. Do a little epoxy work, get that set in there. Get it set down in there. Do a little epoxy work around there, seam work, and it'll be fine. They got to fit down inside the gums. That's the whole thing. and then you just cover it up with the holes and the gaps and stuff right there. Just take a little epoxy putty, mix it up, and seam it. Make it look like it's part of the gums. Now I'm noticing a little flashing on here too. There's a little flashing around the tongue. I can get that bottom set and try to get that pulled up a little bit better. There we go. It slides right down in there. So now, I'm just going to take the end off right here a little bit more. Round off that bottom just a little bit, take this flashing off. That's the whole big deal with this, is Dremel work and flashing. Take a scalpel and just cut the inside flashing off. Trim that away. Because whatever you cut away that's too much, you can build back with epoxy putty. So don't worry about if you cut too much. You can build it back with epoxy putty. Okay. So now I've got these fit in here. I'll go ahead and super glue these down. And then I need to take a little break. Snap out! Oh, bitch. Snap over and hold my damn finger. shut. You don't sit up here, I swear to God, I'm gonna bust you in the damn head. I got the bottom teeth put in. I still haven't finished it though. They're anchored. What you gotta do, and I'm gonna come back to that in a bit. You gotta put the epoxy putty in and around the gaps. I'll show you. Let me do this. Flip it around. You have these little gaps right here. Fill that in with epoxy putty. Right there. And just go alongside and just kind of blend that into where it becomes the gums and the teeth lines, but you don't want to do it too much. Same thing here. Now this one, this may need to be sunk in a little bit. I shouldn't have glued this one on there, but it's okay. I can, do patchwork with the Bondo or with the epoxy putty. Like right there's a little gap, and fill that with epoxy putty. Fill that, and we'll go over all that in a little bit. And then we'll have to get these in here and see how they fit. I got to shape those. They fit perfectly on the sides, right? But you got to shape them. You got to blend them right here, soften them up to where they fit in each side. And I've cut a little bit more of the flashing right here on this side and here, and just cut it because it wants to fit in there. So there'll be a little bit more flashing cut out on that and that type of thing. But there you go. Once we get that set and anchored, do the Bondo work. I call it Bondo work, but we do the epoxy work.